guys, welcome to Wednesday. I am playing dual camera here, so bear with my magical TV moments that I'm having. Happy day to everybody. Somehow we're looking at April 15th tomorrow. I don't know how we got here, but here we are. Pro tip, taxes are extended to May 15th if you're wondering about that. And otherwise, let's get going for an awesome recap, an awesome market stats, and a really great day today. So I want to welcome a few people to our team, and there's some welcome backs in here. So super happy about that. Welcome back or welcome to us, Duffy, Krista Moser, Randall Walker Jr., and then Andrea Walsh and Salam. We are so happy to have people not only joining us, but coming back. You know, life shows up. Sometimes people take journeys and that's their path. And so our doors are always open and we're always happy to have you guys come back. So yay.
Woohoo.
Bucket fills. Who wants to shout anybody out with some bucket fills? Stop it. I can't hear you all at the same time. So like one at a time, please.
I would love to.
Go ahead, Mike.
So I just want to fill everybody's bucket that is a part of this amazing family, because you guys came together when we needed you. We were all sick, or most of us were, and you guys really went above and beyond, and it really touched my heart. So I just love you guys, appreciate you guys, and so grateful to be a part of this family.
Totally. Love that. That's so true. You guys, and I see that my picture's popping up. So I have video and photo. I don't know. There's two of me. Double the fun today. So we had a lot of sickness going on last month, and you guys showed up and bridged the gaps, and like our ALC showed up like rock stars saying like, how can we help? What can we do? And you guys, Metro, let's just shout out again in case you didn't hear it louder for people in the back. What was our final number? Around $1.7 million in GCI in the month of March for the agents. I'm sorry, that's like rocket ships and fireworks need to go off for that one. And if you didn't see it, Nancy just posted it, and she posted the correction. Thank you, Jay. There was a typo that there are like 8 categories where we are crushing the MLS. We're not only crushing ourselves and like doing way better than we were last year, we're beating the MLS. So grab that bucket fill stat for yourself off the Facebook page, flip it into a PDF, and stick it in your listing presentation and be a local market expert. Who else wants to fill someone's bucket?
I do. I have a fill to the top of the bucket.
Fill it up.
Okay, I want to fill to the top the Amy Bloom bucket, because without her showing up every day, prospecting for 4 hours since last June, that's coming up to a year, people. She has nonstop been a support for me. And she has been there showing up for her own business, which is propelling for me, and a compassionate partner. I just want to bucket her fill.
That's awesome. Yeah, Amy. Thanks, Peggy. Who else?
I have one.
Yeah.
It's for Mike Delgado. Hey, Mike, I've known you since you were a teenager, and I'm so proud of all the work you're doing. Congratulations.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's awesome. That's awesome, you guys. All right, let's go to celebrations. What are we celebrating? No slides, nothing.
Sorry, Sarah, no slides. If there's anybody that wanted to shout out.
Oh, okay. Anyone, do you have anything to celebrate? We have a lot of coaching celebrations coming up next, so we can save those for the coaching spotlight. But any other celebrations anybody wants to share?
Well, aside from it being my birthday month,
I'm
celebrating the fact that we're closing on our Big Bear cabin next week. Woo!
Congrats! That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, well, I will take the celebrations and toss them over to Broker Bob. I will remind you guys really quick, Mike Delgado's Awesome Breakthrough Series does continue today. Everyone is all healed up, so Breakthrough is back today. So stick on this link after the meeting, and you'll be there for his session. And Broker Bob, give us some celebrations with the coaching group is crushing it, you guys. Crushing. Let's hear.
Thank you, Sarah. Yes, they are. Here's some great spotlights this week on Team Alicia. Eric Harris opened up another escrow in growth, and Paul Tolentino graduated to launch and went directly into growth, and he got a BRE sign. Great job, Paul. On Team Clarissa, Dahlia, congratulations. Dahlia went on her first listing appointment from her network. I hope that went well. And on Coach Carl, Karine Isidoro signed up for growth coaching. Great move, Karine. Very smart girl. And she also opened up an escrow with a VA buyer and beat out 8 other offers. Emmanuel is opening up an escrow on his listing in San Bernardino. He's in growth. Aida Hernandez signed 2 new BREs in 1 weekend. Great job. You were busy, lady. She's in launch. And then good old Marwan. Can we get a shout out to Marwan as he's covering our little Ariana? She's on maternity leave. It's closing escrow today. Yay. Drinks on Marwan later. Everybody, just let us know where to go, Marwan. And then Mike, as Carl calls him, the missing link, because his last name is Link, set his first expired listing appointment, calling expired. Great job on that, Mike. And Ryan Thaman opened his first escrow on his first listing, all within a week, and he is in launch. Great job from our coaches. And if you have an interest in moving your career forward, if you're not being coached right now or in the coaching division, please reach out to me and we'll do a 15-minute business evaluation with one of our great coaches. As you see, they're getting some great success in the coaching program. All right, here's some broker stuff you guys will need. I'm going to drop into the chat box the 2021 RPA version, draft 16. I just came from risk management. There was a very spirited conversation about this new RPA that we'll be having out at the end of this year. Training will start somewhere around August. I did post this on the Facebook office page. You will see it there as well. Highly recommend, if you're having a night where you're not able to sleep, pull this out, start reading it. You'll be fast asleep within 2 minutes. But it's going from 10 to 16 pages. Well, I'll be learning it as well as you guys will be learning at the same time. So at least go through it and make yourself known of it. And last week I made the announcement we're switching from Zip Form Broker Edition to Glide on a gradual scale basis. We will start training after the week of April 26 will be our first training. We'll have that information out soon, or I believe Eve has already posted it. But we have
but I'll post it.
Thanks, Eve. 3 consecutive trainings on a Monday. We're hoping to have it recorded if you can't not make it. But Glide, great feedback on it. People that are using it love it, and it's pretty easy to use, and it's going to help you with your business. That's it. Back to you, Sarah.
Thanks, Broker Bob. All right. Our S&P spotlight today is Sanitizology. Paul Needleman, are you here?
He is.
Yes, I am.
All right,
Good morning,
Paul,
everyone.
take it away and tell us all the good things that you provide for us and our
All
clients
right.
and keeping things clean.
Can you share my screen? Can I share whatever?
Oh, you can share. You have you're able to share from your end.
From my end, okay. All right, hold on.
To the magic of television. Here we go.
Let me tell you. So first of all, thanks everyone for the opportunity to present Cleanology and my new company, Sanitizology. And of course, thanks to you who have used my company, Cleanology, for your cleanings, to clean listings, and to have referred my services to your clientele. I really appreciate it. Okay, I do want to share a screen. What do you see? Are you guys seeing my face or a black screen?
It is a YouTube video that's not yet playing.
Oh, here we go. Cleanology. It was founded in 2003, which puts us in our 19th year. We arrange between 8,000 and 9,000 residential cleanings a year in San Diego County. We have a Better Business Bureau rating of A+, 4-star rating in Yelp,
And we're most proud to share that for the past 3 years, Cleanology was voted as San Diego County's best housekeeping service in the Union Tribune's annual readers polls. The standard types of residential housekeeping services are for one-time cleanings, whether it's a spring cleaning or move-in or move-out cleaning. We can also provide recurring services, which would be weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. These services are performed by professional housekeepers. They bring their own supplies and equipment. They can use green or conventional cleaning products, and the price is the same. They're available throughout San Diego County 7 days a week, so you can consider us on call, and their work is guaranteed. It's a common wisdom that first impressions mean everything, and that's especially true when selling homes. We'll help to clean and maintain your listings while they're on the market. Also can take care of post-construction cleanups or vacancy and turnover cleanings for rental properties. We can arrange other professional services such as carpet cleaning and window washing. And another great benefit of working with Cleanology is our gift certificates. What a great way to say thank you to your clients and referral sources. What a great housewarming gift for new homeowners. As mentioned earlier, Cleanology has arranged outstanding housekeeping services for San Diego County realtors and their clientele since 2003. However, present circumstances have compelled us to offer extraordinary new levels of disinfecting and sanitizing services for all property types through a company I've recently founded named Sanitizology. This is achieved through the use of electrostatic spray technology to deliver 360-degree coverage of EPA and CDC-approved hospital-grade disinfectants. These solutions eliminate 99.99% of all viruses, pathogens, bacteria, mold, and mildew. They're non-toxic, and they're safe for people, pets, and the environment. For longer-term protections, Sanitizology also has antimicrobial coatings that continually shred and eliminate viruses, pathogens, molds, and bacteria 24/7 from 3 months up to 12 months. The upside and advantages for realtors can be significant. Our certificate of completion is given after each property has been sanitized. By displaying the certificate in the property and online, it will help to capture more listings, close more sales, and lease more properties. The other benefit, of course, is building your client's trust. It confirms to a buyer or a tenant that a home is germ-free, whether it's being shown before, during, or after an open house. And really a no-brainer for buyer's agents is to include a sanitization service in your offer to purchase. The seller's paying for it, your client's going to be extremely happy, and it shows that you're going the extra mile thinking about their benefits. The introductory cost for residential homes and units is based on the square footage of the property. Our essential services package is for one-time sanitizations using EPA-approved disinfecting solutions. For long-term protection, our Essential 90 service package adds antimicrobial coatings to the Essential service package, which will continually shred and eliminate germs for up to 90 days. For even longer-term requirements, we can add our Essential 365 service package, which will protect for up to 12 months. There are discounts available for multiple properties, for recurring services, or when bundled with Cleanology's housekeeping services.
So that's what I got, everyone. I'll send this information. I'll send this link to you. Let me go back to me, I guess. I'll send this information to everyone, so you'll have it on hand. Certainly, you can give me a call. My contact information will be there. And again, thank you very much for everyone for the opportunity to do this. I definitely appreciate it. And any questions I can answer?
I feel so much better about my desktop right now. Thanks, Paul.
Okay, good. Wonderful. Okay, well, thank you again, everyone. And
Thanks,
sorry,
Paul.
sorry I missed the meeting. Sorry I missed the meeting the other last week or 2 weeks ago. technologically challenged. So as you can see right now, I can't get back to my face.
That's okay. That's okay. You can
Okay.
press stop share. That will get your face back. But we wanted to say thank you. And, I got a lot of great feedback from our agents talking about using your services and how much they adore your company. So thanks
Wonderful.
for being a great partner with us. And, we look forward to that continuing.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Movement Mortgage. I've seen some faces out there. Ed, I saw you. Are you going to start us off?
What's up, everybody? Good afternoon. Wonderful people. It's great to see your faces today. Ed and I spent some time putting together some information. We know that appraisals have been really challenging in this market for our clients that we're helping buy homes. So we just wanted to provide some examples of alternative ways we can come up with solutions to allow people to finance a bit more, but keep the numbers pretty much the same for all intents and purposes. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Ed, who's going to give you some more information about different ways we can structure mortgage insurance.
Can you guys see the numbers up on the screen? Too little?
Yep, we get it.
Doing all right? All right, cool. So look, there's a whole bunch of different ways of structuring loans where we can kind of shift the cookies, especially when somebody has some money down. So Wes and I were trying to figure out how to best help you guys with all these appraisal challenges that you guys have been having. And here's what we came up with. It's really utilizing mortgage insurance to the utmost potential that we possibly can. And I know that there's this bad stigma about mortgage insurance, but in this scenario, especially in the market that we're in, it'll definitely help you guys save a whole lot of deals. So here's what we came up with. There's multiple ways of paying for mortgage insurance. I'm going to try to speak really fast because there's a lot of information. I'm going to fly through it all, right? So there's lender paid mortgage insurance. That's what LPMI stands for. There's borrower paid mortgage insurance where they pay for it on a monthly basis. And then there's what's called single premium mortgage insurance where it can actually be financed into the loan. And they just come up with one chunk at the very beginning, right? So with lender paid mortgage insurance, you'll notice that these numbers here, your interest rate is increasing, right? As you put less and less money down. So every one of these scenarios, we're saying that we're buying a $500,000 purchase price and it appraises that value on the very left-hand side. The next column over, it appraises $20,000 less. The next column over is $40,000 less. And then God forbid if the place appraises for $440,000 for a $500,000 purchase, we came up with a way to still keep the same money out of pocket pretty much and keep those payments. Worst case scenario with lender paid mortgage insurance, which is the most expensive route to take, $55 a month difference. Almost identical with out of pocket expenses. Go to borrower paid mortgage insurance where they're paying it for on a monthly basis and they don't want to increase their interest rate, no problem. We're actually we'd be able to drop their interest rate 0.1%. Again, their cash to close is almost identical going across the board. And their payments, $50 difference. At worst case scenario, right? Here's the kicker. When you have a single paid premium and you have an appraised value that comes in $60,000 less, you guys, off a $500,000 property, you're literally coming in with $4,000 more, and your payment actually drops by $17 a month. And you don't have to worry about losing the property just because your appraisal comes in short, because so many people freak out about it. So if you guys want, I know we have 2 minutes. I probably have gone over my time. If you guys need more information that's specific to your client or your situation, just hit one of us up. We'll create a mortgage cost analysis report and give you guys all the necessary breakdowns for that particular situation to help you guys out.
Did you run a scenario for people who do 10% down?
I did run a scenario and it works all the way down to 5%. You can't go below 5%.
Interesting.
But I did.
That's awesome. You guys, yeah, let's make sure we're using this. I know that on the Facebook page, there was some feedback and there was, I think it was Mike saying some of my appraisals have come up low lately. I definitely love the dangling carrot gift that was put out before the meeting. So this is a appropriately dangled carrot because this is the knowledge you need for when your buyers are like, okay, well, we'll go higher, but what if it doesn't appraise? What are we going to do? So now keep going with that expert conversation. Use our resources, you guys. Like, you have these guys here are the best around and here to help. So Ed, Wes, what should they do? Holler at you straight? Email, text, call?
You guys all have our information. It's everywhere on any website, Facebook. You guys have our cell phone numbers. We'll put it in the chat. But please just reach out and we'll do whatever we can to help. Even if it's not our client, we'll still help you guys out. That's what we're here for.
Awesome.
100%.
Thanks, you guys. We appreciate you as always. Use that tool, my friends. Use that tool. Appraisal is becoming a big conversation piece lately. All right, A+ Escrow, Justin and Bob. Whose face will I see appear?
How's it going?
Justin.
It's Justin,
Good.
A+ Escrow. Hope you guys can hear me. My connection's a little scary today. I don't know why.
It's the wind behind you.
Okay. I just wanted to give you a shout out. Obviously, thanks again for the business. We are definitely geared up to take more new business. So if you have any friends that are agents outside of Keller Williams, feel free to give us a little pushback. And yeah, I've just got two things. One, just reiterating, we've got a lot of transactions where there's no contingency removals for appraisal or inspection or loan. And still buyers can back out for one reason or another. Again, we cannot refund that buyer's earnest money deposit back until we have bilateral cancellation instructions. So everybody has to agree before we can give the money back. Other one, nice little shortcut for us. I don't know if you guys know, but taxes, second half taxes are now delinquent if they're not paid. However, the county is running still 6 to 8 weeks behind on getting their payments processed online. We have a little shortcut. It's just an indemnity letter that we can have your seller sign and give to title. And they'll combine that with like your seller's payoff if it's showing that taxes have been paid. It's a nice little shortcut. I know for a fact that Lawyer's Title is doing it. But if you have any questions regarding it, you can ask me and I can ask title, or you can talk to your title rep directly. That's about it for me. Everybody have a great day.
Thanks, Justin. Nikki, do you have a commercial flash for us?
I do. Good afternoon, everyone. After a year of pandemic, we're starting to see retail come alive again, and we're getting a lot of requests for four things in particular, that being restaurants, gyms, salons, and coffee houses or coffee stands. So keep your eyes open, keep your ears open. These are things that most of you frequent on a daily basis. If you have businesses that you go to that you hear of are expanding and or looking for new locations, please let us know and grab those referral checks. Thank you.
Awesome. That's refreshing to know that people are coming back to life. And you're looking fabulous today, darling. Glad you're feeling better. I see you're all fresh and poppy on there.
I am about 85% back with my lungs, so thanks for all the well wishes.
Good, good. Glad you're feeling better. Culture Committee. Who is
I
going
believe
to
that's
speak
me,
first?
Sarah. Thank you very much.
All right.
Broker Bob here. I'm going to pitch Red Day, which I announced a couple weeks ago. So what is Red Day? So each year on the second Thursday of May, this year is May 13th, Keller Williams International and all the offices throughout the world celebrate what we call Red Day. That's part of our legacy worth leaving. What is it? It's making a difference in the lives of others and bettering the communities that we serve. And it's part of our culture. It's who we are, and it's a natural extension and commitment to the highest level of professional customer service. So over time, what we want to do is we go out and give back to the communities we live and serve in. So we announced last week, we're going to go digital. A couple weeks ago, we're going to go digital again like we did last year. So we will be doing a comedy variety show live streaming on Facebook for, I'm not sure how many hours, but it's going to be on that day. We'll get the details out. And all the money we raise, we will donate to the San Diego LGBTQ Community Center. So why did we pick the center again this year? Well, I want to give a few facts on what the centers, what they've done during COVID. most people don't know they have 87,300 direct services they provide at the center. They have the food banks set up. They have senior food banks. They have neighborhood food distributions. They have emergency resource and referral phone lines. They have behavioral health. They have individual program meetings. They have virtual support groups. They have critical housing needs. And they have HIV testing and food resources. So it's not just for the LGBT community center, it's actually the community. And when COVID hit, their funding went because most of their resources that they do their major funding each year is either the Harvey Milk Diversity Breakfast is one of them, and they raise a lot of money doing that. And they had to cancel some of these events. So their funding was hurt tremendously. Now they do get government grants and donations, etc. But we decided again to do it this year. So if you have a talent like singing, you can send your videos in to Eve. And what we're going to be doing in this digital format, everything's going to be pre-recorded. It's not going to be live. The live part will just be me and another co-host introducing each of the acts as we go through the day. And then we'll stream the pre-recorded content because we found out that it works a lot better doing it that way. So keep your submissions between 2 to 5 minutes. Eve, do you think that's enough?
Yes, Broker Bob, less than 5 minutes.
Less than 5 minutes. Let's see some of your talent, and let's see if you don't end up on the cutting room editing floor. I'd like to see who can sing and who can't sing. So don't be afraid. If you've got some singing talents or some gifts, bring it in. Just no striptease, please.
Where are we sending the videos?
Send them to me, Sarah. Right,
Okay.
just email it to me, please.
So let's
Anything
email
else,
our
Eve?
videos to Evie and get that going. Red Day will be here before we know it. It's literally a month from yesterday. So let's go.
And I'm going to
singing-
drop in the chat box a
Okay.
YouTube video for everybody so you can see exactly what the center's doing during the pandemic. So you can watch that at your leisure.
That's awesome. You guys, Red Day is so major. We have like 1 minute but I'm going to just have to say, I know that we as Metro family do a huge job with it. It's part of my biggest love in this company is the culture and giving back in the community. It's not just KW Cares and Metro Cares, it's Red Day, and it's going out and touching people in the communities. It's so important always. It's even more important now. So please, let's have fun. Let's show up. Let's do this thing virtually, digitally, together, whatever, in whatever combined factor we can. So don't be shy. Let's have fun. And, let's raise some money. All right, property pitches. Judy, you're up. It's going to be Judy, Bridgette, and Nikki. So get ready, my friends.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can.
Oh, great. So I have a new listing coming up in May. So it's coming soon. It's a 4-bedroom, two bath, 1,302 square feet. It has a pool. It is in South San Diego. It's on Palm Avenue, but instead of it being right on the busy street, there's like a little inset where the road goes on the side of Palm. So they have lots of parking. It's a private type of drive, so not as scary as Palm is. We're listing it at $574,900 to $599,900. And of course, we'll be having the first showing on the 10th. I'll have it on the market. After the 10th, I'll have it on the market the 10th. So this is it's an older house, but it's nicely kept. It's got a 2-car garage and RV parking as well on the side. So please stay tuned for more information about that property. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you.
No fees,
Judy.
by the way.
Oh, no fees. No fees in an RV. What else do you need? I love that. All right, Bridgette, let's hear from you.
First of all, I think I got skipped over previously, or Broker Bob took up all of our time, but I did want to let you know about our next social event 2 weeks from today. This event is going to be back by popular demand. I've had several of you begging me to bring this back. So, who in our office has slept in a tent on the beach next to a pack of camels in Morocco? Or who in our office has kissed a porcupine? You are going to have to stay tuned for 2 weeks from today to find out those and many more details about your Metro agents. We're going to be doing our second annual Never Have I Ever Metro edition. So make sure you guys check in. It'll be the second half of the team meeting. It's going to be a lot of fun. You are going to learn a lot about our fellow agents, and we look forward to seeing you there. As far as my pitch property, a little less exciting. I've got a listing coming up in National City. I haven't pitched this before because in our chat, because it's a very odd property. You're going to see the pictures and it's going to look nice. But this place, the back half of the house has to be torn down. The back half has been unpermitted. It's got, it's been red tagged by the city of National City. So this needs to be a cash only buyer. So when you see it on the MLS and you're like, it doesn't look that bad, I promise you it needs to be cash only. So it's going to be listed at $480. It's 4,400 square feet, but only 1,680 square feet can stay. So it's going to be permitted a 3-1, but it's got a fourth bedroom there as well. It was used as like a recovery home facility type previously. It's in a very odd location. So this is for a very specific type of cash investor. If you want more information, you can let me know. It should be on the market in the next 24 hours. Thank you.
Thanks, Bridget. That's fun. And then Peggy, and then we are on to market stats, my friends.
Oh, yes. There is news of the coming soon status in the MLS. From now on, since March 22nd, it wasn't published yet, but it is in the website of SDMLS. I was told today. The coming soon status now is able to be syndicated.
Over the hillsides in the 52 corridor.
Okay.
Melissa, mute, please.
Okay. That too.
Sorry.
Not a problem. And coming soon status can now be syndicated out to Zillow, Redfin, etc. if you choose, and there's a place you can choose it in the listing that you put in the MLS. And also, if you want to find out more details about this, go to SDMLS/support/knowledge-base/search coming soon. And that's it, my friends. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Peggy. We'll drop that in the chat there on the side so we can see that link. And without further ado, Ashley, tell us what's going on with our market stats.
Uh-oh, I need to be able to share my screen.
Uh-oh. I'm sure by the magic of Zoom, we can make that happen. There it is.
All set, all set.
All right. So one of my favorite things I do when I put stats together is pull the holiday that is 3 months from today. And I learned today there's actually a National Pandemonium Day, and it is July 5th or 14th. And I think that's going to be perfect for where our real estate market is going to be in July. So the reason that I pull that up is to remind you all that whatever activities you are doing right now, you will see the results of 90 days from now. So hopefully your world is crazy and chaotic because you've done a lot of lead generation and you're serving a lot of buyers and sellers in mid-July. Did anybody else know there was a Pandemonium Day? Man, there's like a day for everything.
No.
All right, so here we go. I don't know any other response to have except to laugh. And this has been going on since the beginning of the year. And I just find myself laughing more and more because the numbers are absurd. And I'm so grateful to be in real estate. I'm so grateful that you're all in real estate, because there's really not a better place to be right now. I know we're all suffering under the workload. And I will be honest and say that's not going to get easier this year. But what a great opportunity we have right now. So this first slide shows that so far year to date compared to last year, we have listed 464 fewer properties as a full MLS. So that's down 4.53% year over year. By the way, as a market center, we've listed more units year to date than we did last year. You guys you're kicking butt. It's awesome. But if you look at the lower part of this slide, as an MLS, we have sold 1,231 more properties than we did last year, same time frame. So we've listed 464 fewer, or 4.5%, and we have sold 18.88% more. I mean, I don't know what to do except kind of laugh, chuckle at that number. That's nutty. And good. I mean, we are making good money. And because of those two stats together, I've had a few conversations in the last week about why would people buy right now? I think Bridgette even said this last week's meeting. Why would you even put yourself in the world to buy property right now? It's so painful. Well, because with numbers like that, you are building equity before you even close escrow. That's why. Everybody who has the capacity to purchase right now should be in the market. And by the looks of the numbers, I think they are. All right. So as of this morning, even with those numbers, we're seeing, at least in the month of March, kind of a flattening. And we didn't see too much hyper compression in the market. You can see the numbers compared to the same time last month. We're at 643 active detached homes under $1 million. We're at 1,789 in pending status. So almost 3 times as many listings available we have in escrow currently. And then 1,303 sold in the last 30 days. The solds are continuing to ramp up. Active over $1 million, 696. So a little bit more choice than we had last month. Pending 832 and sold 699. So you're seeing the speed up, slight, but there is still a speed up in trajectory, which, by the way, you would expect, because even though January, February, March this year were really strong, that's not typically the case. It's usually the slowest quarter in San Diego real estate. Well, if slow can be defined by that quarter for this year, it means the second, third, and fourth quarter are going to be insane. So first thing, the takeaway for this week, that Peggy always wants this, I would highly encourage in the next 60 days, schedule some time off, because you likely are not going to be able to do that once June and July hit. Or maybe you are, but you have to schedule it now for June or July and just prepare yourself. This market's going to get even faster. All right, next. So this is looking at 2019, 2020, 2021 in terms of what's listed. What I want you to make note of is the numbers in the box to the right. This month, well, it's to the right of my screen, but the left on the slide. The numbers I switched from one side to the other, if you're used to seeing this, because we're now selling so many more properties where my bar graphs are getting so big, I can't keep that over there. Oh. So for the raw number of absorption, and I wrote this down, I didn't put it on a slide, but I wrote something else down this morning I want to share with you. Year to date through March, 79.19% absorption. Look at the 2 previous years. And by the way, if you've been in the business for 3 years or more, we've all thought we had very little inventory and it was a really competitive market in 2019 and 2020. Is that right? And now we have a new definition of competitive market and lack of inventory. And remember, it's not that there's no listings. There's no listings that are sitting on the market. So when you say we have coming soon listings, we really literally have coming and going soon listings. The listings are coming to market. They're just flying off as fast as they come on. All right, the other thing to just look to note here is we're seeing diminishing inventory even coming to market under the $500,000 price point. Our sweet spot really is between 500 and 700, and we're gaining even more sales the higher up we go towards the luxury price points. Okay, and the solds follow the same trajectory, but to me, visually, this one is really, it makes a big visual impact to see that yellow bar above 600, 700, 800. Look how big that differential is getting. So I'm actually likely going to have to adjust my, one thing I don't want to do is adjust my price points that I enumerate on here. By the end of the year, there'll probably be no 200,000. And I'll have to probably go like 1.5 million to 2.5 million and then 2.5 million and above. Screws up my stats since I've been compiling these since 2005. Okay, listed versus 2021 and 2020 compared. So 464 fewer listings taken than this time last year. And this is through March. So we didn't really feel the impact of COVID until April and May. Okay. So next month, we should see that we will actually catch up with the listings. Okay. Now, the next slide will show you the solds. 1,231 more solds, an 18.87% increase over last year. And look where we gained those sales. They were not under 500,000. So again, I thank Movement Mortgage and Eddie for asking me to do this. This is one of the most, these next two slides I think are probably the most impactful for your business and to use as tools. So I would take these out of here and have them with your buyer consultations and your listing consultations. I told a coaching client today in all of San Diego County, because this represents all of San Diego County, in the entire county, we have less than 180 properties under $500,000. Actually, I'm sorry, under 600,000, and that's condos and houses. So each price point, you can say, hey, if you've got a buyer between 400 and 500, we got 43 properties today. We'll have fewer tomorrow. We have 43 properties today that outside of price are the only thing, 43 available.
And this is both detached and attached?
This is houses. I'm sorry. The next slide is condos.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
I'm sorry, is this March? Up to March?
This is today.
Okay.
These numbers, this is active as of this morning at 5:30 actually.
Okay, thank you.
But the point in doing these is literally to show your buyer, look, to be able to operate in this market, you've got to realize with a population of 3.3 million people in San Diego, what you want to buy, there's 38 available for right now.
Yes.
Just point them to whatever price point they're looking at, either in the houses or in the condos.
Right.
It helps get reality to them. How many of you are working with buyers who just can't seem to get it together to be competitive?
Some of them are not understanding how competitive it is. They think we're just saying that.
That's why you would use a tool like this.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Uh-huh. All right. Chat box, I can't keep an eye on. If you have a question. Yeah. Michael, you should come on and say that out loud. Don't just direct message me. So Michael Barrow said if the buyers he's working with cannot, for whatever reason, be competitive, he's firing them. That's exactly what you should do.
I'm just not wasting my time with people who can't perform in the market. And it's not that they're not great clients. It's that they're not great clients right now. So
right.
if I have,
people,
yeah,
and we'll just disappoint them anyway.
And I'm getting very granular. I don't know if you saw that email I forwarded you, but I'm getting very granular with the stats in the areas that they're looking. and just letting them know, look, for instance, I had a client looking in Mira Mesa, Rancho Bernardo, Rancho Penasquitos. There were about 15 recent closings in the last 30 days in kind of the price point that they were looking. Out of the 15, 7 of them closed cash and 8 of them closed with 20 to 50% down. They're putting down 5%. They cannot compete. So I just told them, look, you're either going to have to come up with more money or we're going to have to wait until this market changes, or both. But right now, I have to be honest with you, you cannot compete in this market.
Well, we're the professionals. We're the ones who have to be honest. All right. Next slide. 3-year trends by sold price, just another visual representation of this. Crazy. We're losing that. What I would never think would be entry level. Again, under 600,000 is now entry level. And it's just, there's not going to be a whole lot of future San Diego inventory, even under that price point. Okay, and look how many sales we're gaining above 950,000. And that's because people who have owned properties and seen that appreciation can now go and push the prices higher on the 950 and above. It's competitive, as Bridgette said a couple weeks ago, it's competitive everywhere. I think, Bridgette, are you on? I think you shared that you lost a $2.7 million offer because the property went $400,000 over asking.
It was a Carlsbad house. It was listed at 1.9. We offered a little over 2 million, and we lost out to somebody offering 2.4 million. Waived appraisal, of course.
What do you do?
Crazy.
Drink. All right. Listed compared to sold by price just this year, just to show you by our price points in the first quarter of the year, the slowest quarter of the year, where our absorption rates are. It's nutty. I don't even want to, I always try not to forecast anything. I don't have a crystal ball. What I do know is the absorption rates that you see on this screen are only going to get bigger as the year goes on. Now, I don't know where they can top out. I mean, we've seen 79% absorption in 80s, obviously, in a couple of the price points, but overall, it's feasible we could get to 90% absorption. Because in the height of our market, which should be July, August, I mean, that would only be gaining 6 more percentage points. So when I say get some rest now, self-care, keep laughing, it's because our profession is going to see probably the most difficult year it's ever seen this year, with a lot of opportunity as well. Okay. If you have not leveraged yet and you want to know about leverage, what I mean by that is hiring an assistant or a showing assistant or somebody just to do the basics for you, it's time to talk about that. All right. And I just got a question in the chat box and you're foreshadowing. So what does absorption mean? I have a slide in here. Let me skip to it. Here's what the absorption rate means. It means for all the properties we bring to market, what percentage of those sell in a 30-day period? Okay. So what defines a seller's market is typically an absorption rate over 20%. And we are at 84.26% in the $400,000 to $500,000 price range. So we're 4 times as aggressive as we need to be just to be in a seller's market. So here's the number that shocked me this morning. In the month of March, 3,500, this isn't in the slide, so if you want this, write it down. The month of March, we listed as a county, single family and condos, 3,546 properties. So March 1st through March 31st, 3,546 listings came to market. As of today, April 14th, out of those, 612 are still available. So it's just a snapshot in time in a month that is typically slow. And we absorbed in less than a month 83% across the board, all price points. All right, going on. So this is the same set of data, but for 2020, and I just wanted you to see how much more aggressive our absorption rates are right now. And again, projecting they're going to get even faster. Okay, new listings. See a little bit of a bump up on condos, which I think we all need some breathing room because that's where our less expensive inventory is. So we got a little bit of a bump up. They're of course not staying on the market, but the inventory is coming. So I want everybody to be really careful with your mindset around saying there are no listings. There are plenty of listings. You just have to be Johnny on the spot. Here's where there's not plenty. We don't have the buildup. There's not sitting inventory. This is why I'm saying they're coming soon and going soon, because we're still gradually dipping down. And each month, I do believe at the end of the month, we will see, every month this year, we'll see historic new low of available inventory. For the first time in March, because I look at it almost every day, we did dip below 1,900 available listings, and then we came up above a little bit. We'll go back down. Okay, pending listings. Here's why I know we'll go back down, because the pending trajectory is very, very vertical. In March, April will be, I mean, if you just look at the trend, we typically don't top out for our pendings until through May. So the next 2 months, we'll still see that line shoot up. And the solds. Just look at the visual representation on that line graph for the solds in the month of March for the years predating it back to 2016. That's significantly more solds than any year.
And March is usually the bottom, and now March is heading towards the top.
Yep. Yep. Strap in. Median sales price with all of the demand and all of the multiple offers. Look what's happening to our median sales price. That's a significant jump up. And again, we're going to continue to see that. And thank you, Ed, what that new loan analysis and being able to get people into the houses with the appraisal issues, that's awesome. That's probably going to be the best tool in our toolbox for a while, because these poor appraisers, I can't even imagine trying to go out and justify price jumps this much other than to say the demand is there. That's not really what a bank
Appraisal
wants.
insurance. Yeah, you guys got it.
Hey, Ashley.
Yes.
With the price continue to go up, do you foresee the county loan limits also going up as well?
Yeah, but yes, they will eventually, but you know, nothing in government happens fast. So we may not see those limits go up until next year, unfortunately, but it takes some time.
It happens annually at the end of the year.
The Federal Housing Finance Agency adjusts the loan limits every year annually, and they go into effect in January. So we won't see this stuff show up or have a higher increase until January 2022.
Yep. And it will have to go up. Okay, average sales price obviously also going up rapidly. This is why, I mean, if anybody on this call, if you can buy a property, partner with somebody, get into a property this year, you're going to make instant money. There's just, unless a meteor hits, there's nothing that's going to slow this market down in San Diego in 2020. I'm sorry, 2021.
Don't jinx us with the meteor, please.
Anything could happen, right? Hey, if a meteor hits, we won't know anyway. All right, our median market time, 9 days for condos, 8 days for houses. median. And that's probably just because the agents aren't updating the MLS quickly. Months of supply remain stagnant, remain the same as it did last month at 0.8 and 0.9. So here's what that means. We've got 24 days of inventory for single family houses. So if we stopped listing today, we would be out of inventory in 24 days. Oh, and 27 days for condos. Average list price compared to sales price. In March, for houses, we're at 103%. Average across all price points. That's insane. And it's primarily because we don't know where the upper ceiling to pricing is. As a listing agent right now, we can't be skilled with pricing.
Actually, I think that number is probably even higher because I know a lot of agents will change their listing price in the MLS before they pend it. So that it shows 100% sales. No,
just so
I don't.
You know, on this particular slide, Amy, I pull this from InfoSparks, and it's the original list price.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the.
But what it also means is if this is the average, and maybe I should go, I'll make a note. I'll go look because I can pull what's the property that sold lowest sales price to list price ratio and which one sold the highest. Last month I did look and we had a significant number of transactions that were 115 to 120% of list price.
Actually, I don't think there's a way to capture as well. Like if they go into a multiple counter, like it still sits there active when, you know, through the weekend, they're like, no more showings, no more offers, we're good. And it could sit there.
Well, that goes, yeah, that's
a week before
time on
back pending.
Yeah, that's for the time on market. It's not 8 days and it's not 9 days, but
no, it's like 4.
Laugh. One of my neighbors is going to be selling and they're probably going to list in May. I only have 2 neighbors. I was telling the other neighbor and they're like, well, why haven't they put it on the market yet? And I said, because they're not ready to move tomorrow. There's no market time. So it's going to be gone in 3 or 4 days. And they just could not fathom that. Well, that's what our real estate market is. All right. Price per square foot, of course, going up. And then these are the 2 slides that I always take from SDAR. And I don't compile this. I'm just feeding it back to you. What I found interesting in the last paragraph of this one, and I would love if there's anybody on this call that can point me in the right direction or make a connection for me. New methods of construction, including 3D printed homes. I want to know more about that. That's so futuristic to me. If that's actually going to be happening, I would love to start reading about it.
Victor? I have to look. I read an article about a new home community of 3D homes. I have to look though where it was.
Sorry, Ashley, what are you saying about 3D homes?
So this last sentence on this article says, new methods of construction, including 3D printed homes, could speed construction and reduce costs in the future. But realistically, they're several years away from making a measurable impact on the market.
So I've been doing 3D stuff online for years. That's not new news. What it does is allow the broker to sell.
No, Marianne, no, it's not floor plans. It's a literal house built out of a 3D printer.
Oh, interesting. Huh.
That's why it's
meaning printed on a piece of paper or an actual 3D block of stuff.
I'll find some video. This is why you and I are on the same page. I can't wrap my head around this. I got to watch some video, but I know 3D printers can literally print widgets right now with different like latex ink or whatever. They're saying you will be able to build an entire home via a 3D printer, which creates all the components of the house.
I've seen a video. It's actually a cement printer. It's literally just a regular 3D printer, but it uses cement and it goes and builds the house. But also in China, there is houses that you can buy, just like you put them, they come in, it's just like a Lego. You put them all together to make a house.
I will have to look at this. I've not heard of this then.
It's so fascinating. Yeah.
This is a huge topic in the commercial world as well, because they've been doing this for a while now for disaster relief, where they have to put up structures like that. It is quite a ways away from really being competitive with us, but it will be a push button, create your home. And it is like you've seen, it creates a 3D model, just not in plastic, using building materials. It's about a year and a half, 18 to 24 months away.
And I believe 60 Minutes, it was either 60 Minutes or 2020, I think 60 Minutes did a spot on it. So if you Google it, you should be able to pull up. I know I shared it with my son because he's an engineer, and it's fascinating.
I feel ancient. There's no way in my lifetime I thought this would even be possible. Crazy. All right, and then the last slide. This basically said our inventory levels year over year have rolled back 64%. And I swear to you, if you weren't with us last year, we were going, oh my God, the inventory levels are so tight. And they're 64% tighter than last year. So take care of yourselves, take time off, because I want every single person who's on here to survive and thrive in this market, because there's a whole lot of agents out there that won't. And you're all proven you're the right team to get through this and really take advantage of the opportunity. I'm super proud of you guys and also super worried about you. All right, questions. We got no time left, but I'll take questions.
I'm going to make a prediction that Victor Havens is going to become a multi-billionaire by coming up with the first plans for a 3D house. Victor, you got to start working on it now. You'll be done in a couple of years, buddy.
Hi, Ashley.
Yes.
I have a simple question. It might be a really stupid question, but I've been thinking about it all this meeting. What does it mean that there's more homes that are sold than that have been listed? I don't understand. Does that mean they're selling them like on their own, or I don't think there's that many.
No. It's a good question. So we've had a little bit of sitting inventory.
Okay.
A little bit, right? So when in a month where we sell more than we've listed, that's why we're at 84% absorption rate. And if we get close to 90%, I mean, it's feasible. It's not impossible anymore to think we won't have any available listings at the end of a month.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's not per month, it's a cumulative.
It's cumulative.
Okay, got it. Thank you for clarifying. Thank you.
Yeah. But that number of sitting inventory right around 1,900, that's not a lot when you're selling 4,000 properties a month.
Right, I get it now. Thanks.
Oh, recording is paused. Okay. Well, see you all in a couple weeks.